welcome to my corner of the world. My name is Kathy Ratliff. This is my corner, and I talk about all things flossy, some crafty, some quilty, and I think this is floss tube 8, but who's counting? I'm not. I have a lot, and the reason why I left it like this is because I tend to be squirrelish and go from thing to thing to thing. Like, I have had these scissors in my hand and I don't know why. Anyway, so thank you for stopping by for just a moment. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I know there's some little tiny red thing down there or down there, and I would love for you to like and subscribe. If you aren't able to like and subscribe, it just means you don't have a YouTube account, and that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. If you want to know how to get one so you can like and subscribe, ask a young person somewhere. Just stop one in the street, they'll tell you. They'll probably do it for you because they're like that. So let's start with, what shall we start with? Whips or finishes? Let's start with some sort of finishes. I've been working on Home is Where the Wreath Is, the Wreath Swap that Situate the Housewives are doing. And so I mounted a couple of them. This is a piece that spells out home, H-O-M-E, and the H, the M, and the E are cross-stitched. Like, here's the E. The H, the M, and the E are cross-stitched, and they go on their own separate little frame. And then the O's switch out every month. And this is my July one, so I put him on this. I bought this fabric at Joann's. Put it on here. I did not put batting with this foam board. I use foam board from the dollar store. It's $1. And I don't use batting with the back part, but I did use batting with this part. I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but it's okay. It's good. So that's my 4th of July, or my July month. And then earlier this summer, I think in June, yeah, in July I finished the E. In June I did the H. So it goes like this: H-O-M-E. And I do not have the frame I'm going to mount it on yet. But I did use all my leftover foam board and cut out all my pieces, because you have to have, so it's 12 months, so that's 2. So this is 10 foam boards, and then the back board that I cut is like a 1/2 inch bigger. I think I used 6.5 inch for the back board and 6 inch for this board. Theirs are smaller, so go if you want to do it just like Chelsea and, come on, starts with a P, Priscilla. If you want to do it just like them, go watch their thing and look at their pattern. And also, who else has done it? A lot of people have done it, but Kimberly on her Stitchy Talk has done this. Kimberly with Fat Quarter Shop. So there's that. I'll put that over here. And then I also bought some Rit dye. This green and this, I think, yeah. Yes, I bought these 2 colors because I want to dye some Aida cloth, some fabric that I have, just to experiment with different colors and such. And then, just so I'll show you this. I have my floss hanging on this thing right back here. I have all my flosses right back over there, and they're hanging by numbers. Like, these are all the 900s, DMC floss. And I have them in these little bags. And I'm out of bags, but that's okay. So I went and bought some more. I've done this before, bought regular sandwich bags and sewed them. And then you just have to cut off a little part and it works just fine, because I'm frugal, y'all. I'm not gonna just buy the bags, I'm gonna make them, right? Well, I thought I'd be really smart and I'd buy these little sandwich bags. I didn't know they were in different colors because I didn't read the box. But anyway, snack, that's what I bought. Don't get these because these are, number one, they're colors. I need see-through. And also it's thinner. It's much thinner than the regular Ziploc bags. Some of those are floss bags. I'm looking for the ones I've sewn before. Hang on. Okay, here's floss away bags, and then I made, those are all floss aways. I can't find the ones I made before, but they were nice, and they work just fine. This won't work. This is too thin, and we don't want colors because we want to be able to see, so there went that idea. And then I also got me some index cards, because when I talk about things and when I frame them, or if I don't frame them, I'll just keep these, and these will be a record of what I did, what I used, the colors and such. This is like Lori Holt's library cards that she mounts on the back of her pieces. So I just thought I'd get some index cards and do that myself. Have I started? No, I have one. So now what else? I did finish this Biscornu. I thought I finished it last time. I think I showed you, maybe not, the fully finished version. So here it is. It's enormous because I didn't pay attention to the stitch size. So it's like a pincushion, only because I made it bigger than 40 count. It's an enormous pincushion, so we're calling it a art pillow. That's what we're calling this. This is my first Biscornu, and I did it as part of, let's see, Cross Stitch Camp 2022 with the Colorado Stitcher. And this month was you pick something you've never made before. So I'd never made a Biscornu. So there it is. Got a little, that's a bead that I had, because I didn't want to cover up this pretty stuff. And I didn't do the back. I left this like this because I don't care, it's going to sit on it. But I did not stitch all of this in here because it's going to sit like this anyway. I just stitched this right here. What I enjoyed about this is that it was very fast. Because even though things are a mirror image, it's just the same. So you did the same 4 bunnies, the same little flower everywhere. So you got to where you knew the count, you didn't even have to look at the chart. What I did not enjoy about this was stitching this part right here. Let me find a good one. I don't want you to see the bad one. Okay. You stitch and sew this. You can look at a tutorial about how to do it. But this is all by hand. And it's just one stitch at a time. Like I use the regular thread, this green thread. But it took I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours. And I just don't like doing the same thing. Yes, I could have stopped, but I wanted to finish it. So that's the only thing I didn't enjoy. Everything else was great. So this is Running Bunny by Biscornu by Annie B's Folk Art, which is right here. There you go, Annie B, thank you. All right, let's look at some other stuff. Oh, let's see. I wanted to show you the Wreath Swap that I just spoke about from Stitching with the Housewives. This is what the home looks like framed, but it can also go this way, and you put magnets on the back of these so you can turn them around. And you put magnets on this so you can switch them out. So there's 6 months worth, and then I have there's another one that has the other 6 months. So that was great. All right, what else? Do I have any other finishes? I don't think so. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's over here. I finished the August O for the Wreath Swap. So here it is. I'm not going to let you look at it long. I'll let you look at it from that far away. And there's a reason. Do you ever have those stitches where you stitch and every time you pick that piece up, you make a mistake? And then sometimes you recognize that mistake, and then sometimes you don't. you go for a long time, and then you either frog it out or not. Well, I'll just share with you a few mistakes. See that distance right there? That's not even supposed to be there. I sewed that in because I don't know why, but they were too far apart. And so then I had to do it again at the bottom. The beehives are supposed to be mirrored. They're not. Everything in this is supposed to be mirrored. Does it look okay from there? Of course it does. Now I'm going to fold this over, and here's the little thing it's going to go on. But everything is mirrored. But it isn't. This was one stitch where every time I picked it up, I messed up. Now, it's not the fault of Chelsea and Priscilla, because, I mean, I've done their other patterns and it's gone along like a breeze. The 4th of July one went along like a breeze. So I don't know what the deal is. I messaged some other stitchers and they said that happens to me too. Sometimes it's a piece that just hates you. And I love the piece. There's nothing wrong with the piece. And I've stitched on black before. I don't enjoy stitching on black, but that looks good on black. So I'm going to do that on black. But man, I was glad to finish it. Last night I just sat on the couch and I said to myself, Self, you're going to finish this because you're not dealing with this anymore. We're just going to get her done. So I just finished the piece. And I'm glad I'm finished. Yeah, I have a sunflower theme, don't I? They're everywhere in this room. Okay, this is messy because I just want to show you my real life. All right, now I have this messy thing is right here because these are all the fancy flosses I own. Like, I don't have any more. So I've either used these on things or I didn't do what they came with or whatever. And so they're just on one little thing. And then I finished, this was the Biscornu. This was the fancy floss with the Biscornu. And so I left it on here with the pattern so that I can go back and find the little tags that go with it. I think I kept the tags in the bag that I had the pattern in. The tags, these little things that go at the top of these. So I keep those together till I can put them all away. So that's why that stack is there. Now let's see. This was, oh yeah, so now I can put away, I believe I used DMC floss for my August in Wreath Swap. And so that's why this is here with the pattern so that I can put those away. So there we go. And we might as well talk about let's talk about whips, shall we? Okay, here we go. Do I have anything else over there? No. So this is my little bag I got at, I got this at Joann Fabrics. Isn't it sweet? So I keep all my, I only have 5 whips at a time. 3 littles and 2 bigs. Let's see, I haven't started that one. I don't think I worked on that one. I haven't worked on that one, so, but it is a whip, but I haven't worked on it, so I don't need to show you anything. I haven't worked on that. So basically I did the Biscornu and I did the E and I did the August Stitching with Housewives thing. And then I'm so proud of myself. I finally started working on my nemesis, which is this pattern that I did, that I did not want to, that pattern right there, my favorite all time, it's Rejoice Evermore by Brenda Gervais. And I kept holding off starting it because I bought white linen for it and I was scared of the white linen. Well, I started it a few days back and I didn't know whether to go 2/2 or 1/2. It is, let me tell you the name of the linen. It's 32 count. I don't have my glasses. 32 count Zweigart Belfast linen. So 32 count. I love it. I've stitched on this only 2 days. And I couldn't make up my mind whether I wanted to do 2/2 or 1/2. So I did both. And so here it is. And let's see. I messed up there. This I'm going to frog out because this right here is 1/2. And this right here, yes. This one is 2/2, and this is 1/2. And I like this better. And then I also did this half. You can tell I was trying to figure out something. This half I did 2/2, and this half is 1/2. So I have decided that I love this fabric. I'm scared that it's white and I'm gonna get it dirty, but you just gotta do it. And I have decided that I like 2/2, which means I have to frog out half of what you see there, which is fine. I would rather decide now and practice both ways than do it that way, than not know. And I finally have all my colors. It took me, I've had that a year. It took a year to get all the colors because I finally went to my second LNS, which was Needle Orts in Apopka or Altamonte. I had their little, oh, is this their little thing? Yes, here's their little card. Needle Orts. They are in 2 places. I can't read it. Altamonte Springs. They're in Altamonte Springs. Oh, that's just a something else. That's their opening hours. So Altamonte Springs. Note to self, the address on Yelp is incorrect. So call before you go. It's real close to where that address is, but it's not the same. They used to be next to Joann's and now they're not. So here are the beautiful colors. And these. There's a lot of colors there. A lot of colors. I love them all. I'm really liking this right here, which is deep fennel. And then these are some colors too. So I got all the colors and I'm only missing one, which every shop seems to be missing, and that is mustard seed. So I had a viewer about 4 videos ago who I had said rose garden was something I needed, and I ended up getting that at this store because I wanted to go to a LNS to get it. But I can't remember what your name was, and you have, obviously you have a shop or something, and you said that you had rose garden. Well, I have rose garden, but now I need mustard seed. So if you're still watching, gosh, I hope you are, mustard seed. And then the owner, or not, maybe not the owner of that store, but it was either Classic Colorwork or Gentle Arts. I think it's Gentle Arts mustard seed is what I need. Why don't we check so we won't make a mistake? Mustard seed, Gentle Arts. She said something about Gentle Arts and the way that they don't have a middle guy, right? So they're just direct from the manufacturer or whatever. And I didn't really understand what she said because it was shop talky stuff and business talky stuff. I didn't understand it. But there was some reason why it takes a long time to get certain things in Gentle Arts. I didn't really understand, but that's okay. So that's Rejoice Evermore, and I'm so happy to finally decide on what to do. 2/2. And I'm not scared of it anymore. Now, you know what we're going to talk about now? We're talk about haul. I have some thrift store haul. I think I'm going to have a segment like that. You know how everybody has their segments, like Pam and Steph, you know, have different segments, like mail call, do-do-do, and all that kind of stuff, which is so cute. Well, I'm not going to copy them, but I am going to have a segment called Thrift Store Finds. I found it at the thrift store. Isn't there a song? I digress. So let's start. First of all, at the thrift store, in this drawer, I found a punch needle pattern. This is the little pattern I found. It's just a tiny little pin that you put a picture in or something. Well, I don't know anything about punch needle. And it was 50 cents or a dime. And so I thought, well, I'll just get this tiny little thing and then I can tell whether I like punch needle or not. So it came with this needle and I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but that's okay. I went on and I watched a couple of tutorials and I think I can figure it out. So we'll decide if I like it or not. That was thrift store haul. Another thrift store haul was just this loaf stamped little thing that's cute. Came with threads, and this is a stamped cross stitch that came with threads. I thought it was really cute. And this is just a big old piece of cross stitch fabric. It's linen. It's in the 20s. You can look at it up close. It's in the 20s. So big old piece of linen. Like, what is it, 18 by 18 or something like that? Some Aida. 14 count. More Aida, 14 count. It may not be Aida, it may be something like it, but 14 count. So I was happy to get that. A package for 50 cents, 14 count Fiddler's Light cross stitch fabric right there. 50 cents. Woohoo, woohoo. And this was 50 cents. It's some more Aida-ish fabric. It looks like 14 count. And then the mother of all finds. Y'all, this is probably somebody's unicorn. I found this book, you know, they were, I think the books paperback were 50 cents or $1. This is 101 Alphabets by Del Burdett. You have no idea. Y'all, 100 different ABCs. I nearly died. I thought, oh my gosh. And look at this. Del Burdett, I don't know if she's still around or not, but she printed this in, oh, let's look. Let's see if we can look. I can't really tell. Does it have a date? No, but it has a barcode on it. So if it has a barcode on it, it can't be ancient of days. Oh, there's the year. It's in Roman numerals, but I can tell at the end. 5, 6, 7, 8. Something 8. It's not 28, so it has to be 10, 18, 2018. No, it's not 2018. 8, 98. It's either 98 or 88. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? Pretty lady. So this is 64 pages. And this is just I don't know if all 100 are on here or not, but there they are. And there's borders and there's everything. Y'all. Oh my gosh. This means this opens up all kinds of avenues. So thrift store finds. I need a song for thrift store finds. Found it at the thrift store. I'll make up a song. Okay. So that's it for thrift store finds. Now here's real store finds. Real store. Dollar store. Or did I get this at the thrift store? I got this for 70% off at Joann's. So I got 2 of these. 2 of these. So I'm going to put a cross stitch here. Spray paint this and such. And yay! So I got 2 of those. Let's see. My husband and I went to Savannah on the way home from my last video. We were in Bristol. And you know how you buy things that are just impulse buys? Here's my impulse buy. It's a little yellow dish. I bought it for no reason at all. I'm sure y'all never do that. Now let's talk about my haul from the cross-stitch store I went to, the one Needle Orts in, I already told you and I already forgot. We live near Apopka and we live near Altamonte Springs. So I got this there called Sweet Pea by Lottie Da. It's a little stuffed rabbit, a stand-up. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. That's Sweet Pea. And I kitted it up with DMC floss that I already had. I do not have, well, I have the fabric. I just don't know what fabric I'm going to use. So, yippee-yay. Sweet Pea. And then I got this there, Seasons of the Heart from With Thy Needle and Thread, right here. My phone is making noises. It says it's going to shut off. With Thy Needle and Thread. So you have spring and summer, winter, and what are they calling it? Autumn and winter. Autumn and winter. So I really love this. I thought about stitching them all together, but while I was there, they even have like in the back of the book, the little things that you can make the little signs for, and they tell you how to do it and everything. But since I was at a live store, I don't have a store near me closer than 40 miles. Brick City Stitchers is an hour away, and then this place is 40, 45 minutes, depending, because you have to go down 441. And if you live in Central Florida and you drive on 441, you know what the problem is. So what I did was, while I was there, I looked at the thread that was in each house, and I got a skein of each of those, so that I would at least have the majority, and then I can either use what I have, which is generally what I do, match up DMCs. I like to look at the picture and just see what needs real variegation and what doesn't, and then I'll switch it out to DMC or some other kind of floss if I don't care about the variegation showing. If you don't know what variegation is, it's just, see how those threads look like there's different colors mixed in there? Well, there's not. There's just variegation in the thread because it is hand dyed. So there's those two. Couldn't stop there. I was on a rabbit. Something was wrong with me. I needed rabbits. Scattered Seed Samplers, Original and Antique Reproduction Sampler Designs by Tammy Black. Spring Gathering. This is just the cutest little thing. I would love to put that on a box. I think it's on a box in the picture. I would love to put that on a box. So I got that, and then I got, cause you know, I was feeling like, you know, well, who needs money anyway? I bought all the threads for it that she had. There were a couple that she didn't have, and that's okay. There's always a couple. There's always a couple. My phone's gonna die in just a minute, so if it dies, I'll just start back where I stopped off. Now this, I have seen this. You know what it is. It's the Pink House one. Plum Street Sampler. This is the day. Now, this is the day that the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Speaking of Jesus, I'll talk about that in just a minute. Wait a minute. Anyway, I got this. And I got most of the threads to go with it. So that was my haul from my new LNS that I'd never been to. But let's talk about Jesus for a second. About 2 videos ago, I either in the beginning, middle, or end talked about our ministry and what my husband does and everything. And said a few words about Jesus. You know, this channel's not about Jesus, but my life is. But anyway, I lost 15 subscribers after that video. And I thought, okay, I watched that video several times and I thought, what have I done to offend somebody? Or how can I lose 15 viewers just like that? And I hope it's not because I mentioned Jesus, because that's really sad if it is. I don't know why. But boom, they were gone. So that's okay. That's okay. I hope they come back. But if they don't, and that's the reason they left, they don't need to be watching me because there's going to be more. I mean, it's not a religious channel or anything, but aren't I free to speak what gives me joy? At least for right now. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. That helps me know who's watching. I'd love to give you some giveaways. I make beads and jewelry and bags, and so maybe I'll start doing that. We'll see if I have time. I'm a full-time teacher. I'm in my last year. We start next week. So we'll see how that works, and I hope to have some giveaways next time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for just taking the time to watch to the end. Please comment below if you can, if you're able to, and just give me a shout out where you're from, how long you've been stitching. Last time I asked for needle size. This time, here's your question of the day. Do you quilt as well? I find that a lot of stitchers quilt. If you don't, it's okay. Don't worry. There's 1,000 other things you could be doing. So, have a great week, a great day, and a great life. See you next time. Bye-bye.